Good afternoon, everybody. Good morning, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Alan Bostic, the Poker Shaman, streaming to you from the Poker Dojo in Oakland, California, where it is now 7 minutes past 3 in the afternoon, Pacific time. And I am doing my Monday Play and Explain session, playing 50 no limit. That's 25-cent, 50-cent blind, $50 maximum buy-in. And I just got a walk in the big blind on table 2. I'm still waiting to play a hand on table 1. We have deuce 4 offsuit in the small blind, which we are going to fold to that 3x open. I am perhaps a little more brain fried than I ought to be because I think I may have mentioned on earlier streams, I have been I registered for King 9 offsuit. It's a call for Brad Wilson's pre-flop boot camp, and I come off of not too terribly long. We're checking. Top pair, 8-9 deuce, two-tone. Villain checks back. We can bet for value. Folding the king 7. And we can bet for thick value here. Bottom pair paired, not many deuces in the villain's range. No call, we pick up some chips. 5-4 suited is not going to be playable. Anyway, I have been registered for Brad Wilson's of Chasing Poker Greatness fame, his pre-flop boot camp, which started last Saturday, and I have been deeply immersed in learning in detail his set of GTO ranges for 6 max no limit hold'em. Think I've gotten the RFI ranges down, and the past 2 days have been working on 3 betting ranges. I've still got a way to go. Ace King offsuit. All right. We have a bet and a 3x 3 bet. We are going to 4 bet this. This is going to be 2.5x. That's going to be 375. 750. Let's make it 8 to account for the we get called 10 high flop two-tone. We have the ace of diamonds. We're going to be betting, let's make it 8.50, a hair more than half pot. And they jam. I want the time bank. Give me my time bank, please. That's the big problem. All right. Could they be doing this ace king, ace queen? Probably not. They could be doing this with a flush draw. We block flush draws with our ace of diamonds. They could have jacks, queens. I think we have to call. We got we have 3 players. We raised too small. We're going to check this. Now we have a pair. Oh, we're in position. Let's bet third pot. Gets through. The pre-flop sizing was off because I acted too quickly. I didn't bother to size. On reflection, I think their jam on the is not a turn, a flop was a mistake because I've got too many overpairs in my range. Just because you have an overpair to the board does not mean your overpair is good. It is better to keep the three betters range wide by flatting. At any rate, I have been from 1:30 Pacific to 3:30 from 1:30 to 2:30 Pacific time. I have been on a Zoom call discussing with study partners three betting ranges, working successively to 8-4 suited checking. We have backdoor potential for straights, no flush potential. We block backdoor spades, but that's about it. King of diamonds on the turn, no help for us. Everybody's range is capped by 4-liner to a queen. Betting pot. They both fold, pick up some money. 9-8 suited in the small blind. This is going to be 3, 4, 5. This player should fold, but probably won't. turn c-bet gets a fold. Was that turn c-bet good? I don't know. Low cards connected. We've got enough to bet 2/3 pot. This is going to be a 1/3 pot c-bet. Gut shot to a 9. It smashes their continuing range. We have the jack of clubs. We're not calling over here. We want to betting 2/3 pot. We have the jack of clubs. They do not have much club draws because of the ace. They call. Nice cards. Maybe that turn bet was ambitious, but I thought it was for value. Thought we had a 2-street hand. We were more likely to get called on the turn than the river. This person has 3-bet twice. King 8 offsuit. This person has limped, and they are really wide purple. We are checking. No backdoor flush potential. We block backdoor spades. We are checking here. You're going to fold to this bet. This person is an imbecile, but their aggression frequency is kind of high. There's an argument for, no, I'm just going to flat. That's complete whiff. We have the backdoor diamond blocker. These two clowns are making it difficult to isolate from the small blind because they're both going to be in it. Nine, 8 off. I'm going to fold. Maybe not. Queen Jack offsuit in the hijack. It's close. Cutoff, actually. Cutoff. If cutoff, it's definite. We flop middle pair on a very wet board. We are checking behind, protecting our check back range. have checked twice. We are not betting anymore. And Fucktard the Clown has donked the river when the flush got there. Betting pot, it's an easy fold. Pocket aces in the big blind, folding 8-5 offsuit. $2. Let us make it $7.50 because of the limper. We get a call. The flop is king high. This is actually very good for us because we can anticipate that they bet a hair more than half pot. Let's just go all in. It's a hair more than the pot. We're opening ace-5 suited in the low jack. And we double up. Over on table 1, it's folded to the big blind with our open, with ace-5 suited, which is a very standard open. It gets through. Ace-9 suited in the big blind on table 1. This is an obvious squeeze. This very passive player, and take more money from them. Limpers get flagged. This is a good hard to hit board. They continue, so we're not going to get any folds. Opening the ace queen 9 offsuit, we are checking. We have 9s and 4s, bet for thin value. What did this fool have? Pocket 6s. Fold to 6-7. This is, I believe this is an open. Three ways. We have top pair. We're torn between wanting to protect equity and to, I'm going to bet a third. Maybe that's loose. We get a call, both calls. That 4-liner to a 5. We are not betting anymore. Let some time run out. Queens in the hijack. Checking back. We are good. 4-9 is going to be a fold. Three bet gets through. We have now 3-bet 2 times out of 7, which is high, but we've been doing it with hands. Bring this down out of your field of view. So we're down not quite $10 on table 2. We are up $32 on table 1. So we're having a good session so far. Munch on some wasabi peas while I wait for a hand. Poster in the cutoff. An idiot limper. A small blind poster. They missed a blind. Big blind, we have queen 5 offsuit. That is simply not worth defending. Check our jack 5 offsuit. That flops some backdoor potential. We are not calling the $2. Now this is interesting. We have jack with a lousy kicker. This person could have checked a king. We're in bad relative position. We're folding the 7s. I think this is a fold. Between the terrible kicker we have and our terrible relative position to the field. Picante Mike says, hi. Hi, Picante Mike. Thank you for watching. I'm doing this play and explain session talking about my thought process as I play along. I'm recording this, of course, so the real point of a play and explain session is to have game tape so that I have something I can refer to when I am reviewing these hands to talk about my in-game thought process, so I can identify the holes in my in-game thought process, so that 8-3 offsuit is going to be a fold even against a clueless limper. It's going to be purple after this hand is over. 9-4 offsuit is unplayable. So I'm streaming this because I stream regularly. I do plays and explain sessions to record for game tape so that I can do post-game analysis and, as I say, identify weaknesses in my thought process. And so I'm streaming this so that you can identify weaknesses in my thought process too, and so we can all learn together. If you like what you see, hit the follow button. Be notified of when I am streaming again. I have a regular streaming schedule. King 10 offsuit on the button. We'll see what happens with the players ahead of us, but if I'm interested in ISOing with it, I'm interested in attacking the blinds with it. 3-5 offsuit is going to be a fold. This clown has graduated to purple. And we are $4X. And small blind, flat, flat. We flop middle pair. We have the button. There's a likelihood that somebody of these clowns has an ace. We're not going to bet. We're checking back. I don't think anybody has jacks or kings. Jacks, queens, or kings. But this person could well have an ace. Betting into a crowd after it checked through on the flop. And we have been relieved of the burden of defending by that idiot caller. What was the board? He bet 8-7 for open-ended. That person had king jack for high card. So I made a bad fold, but I had good reasons for making that bad fold. Let's get that hand history. Easy fold to that massive 3-bet squeeze. This is going to be an easy fold. This is going to be an open. Fish in the big blind means sizing up. This idiot flats. Another small blind flat. Queen 3 suited after a poster. There's too many people to get through. Dumb fuck the donk. 3 bets or raises. Minus me. ACTD5S. Okay. Checking Jack 5, folding ace tray. We flop top pair. And now we check and can easily fold to a bet. And fucktard the clown bets pot. Now he shows queen 10. Was he bluffing or value betting? I doubt even they know. Middle pair 4 ways. We'll see what happens. Let's see who bets. This person's unknown. This is we're going to check again. Brick River, we are betting for thin value. That's bricky enough. And we get it. Clueless the clown limped with a pair of 7s. We're folding the jacks. We're folding the trays. Now we go back to this hand. P4 is the cutoff. Cutoff. QDTH. JH, TD, 3C, C, 1/3 pot. That was an astonishing punt. Folding the ace-8 offsuit. Ten-8 offsuit in the big blind. That's, well, we might get to play it if these morons limp. We flop middle pair. We are checking. Jack gives us a gut shot to a 9. We still have a marginal made hand. And That king is terrible for us. We are checking. Don't think we can call a bet at this point. Seven, six is folding. Our pair of eights is good. What did this moron have? 5-7. He had bupkis. 5-7 offsuit. Folding the queen 5 suited to a low jack open. No, hijack open, actually, but still. Queen 4 diamonds on the button. Folding to an open from players whose raises are fairly tightly. High VPIP, 8% PFR. Their RFI is 70% mid position, 20% cutoff. Fairly tight. 6-5 offsuit's going to be a fold. 3:49 p.m., 3:50. About 15 minutes more of this, and then I'll shut it down. Ace deuce offsuit in that position in the hijack is a fold. Jack tray offsuit on the button is a fold, even with an idiot limper ahead. Jack 5 offsuit in the low jack is a fold. Pocket queens in the cutoff. We're playing that 100%. We have the queen of clubs. The ace is in our range. Fold to the 3-bet over there with the queen deuce. So it's reasonably likely they have an ace at this point. We're not trying to get them to fold an ace. And we are going to time out for a little bit and then check. We block straights. Queen 9 checks the ace king 4 two-tone flop. Do we call if they bet? We block diamonds, we block clubs. He bet a third pot, folding the queen 9. And this is what I hate about ignition is there's no way to hit the time bank right away. What's the weakest hand? What's the strongest hand that we beat that he plays this way? King Jack? King Jack of clubs? We block miss clubs. We block the straight. We block miss. We're gonna fold. We get to find out tomorrow what they had. Pocket queens on the button on table 1 against a loose fish. Tight player in the small blind. How did this moron win so much money? King, queen offsuit. Loose player. We're gonna size up a bit and of course we get flatted. We have second pair and a gut shot to a 10. We are checking to the idiot flat caller. Now we have two pair. The board is a one-liner to a 10. We are checking and considering calling. Okay, we are checking that, and we are 3-betting. We have second nut flush draw. It's an ace-high board. We are going to bet a third pot, and we're going to fold the 8-10. Gonna bet 2/3 pot. one liner to a deuce. What deuces do they have in their range? The three barrel gets through. We'll find out tomorrow what they had. Fold the ace-6, fold the ace-5. It is 3:59. 5 more minutes, and I'm calling it quits. Six-five offsuit on the button is a fold. King queen offsuit in the cutoff, if I get the chance to open, is an open. However, it's not a 3-bet. Good Lord, 36% 3-bet. I have been active here. Look like a maniac. 28, 28, 36. My C-bet stats are on the aggro side. My AFQ stats are on the aggro side. My HUD is not optimized for ignition, where you don't get very many hands on any player, and because of the anonymous tables, their identities are not persistent, and so you have to start over again every table. Brad Wilson says that the right stats to have are VPIP, voluntarily put money in pot, pre-flop raise, how often they raise pre-flop given opportunities, 3-bet percentage, fold to 3-bet, and C-bet percentage and fold to C-bet percentage. Those are about all that you get enough stats to get a rough idea of. My stats, my HUD is that is one VPIP, BFR, 3-bet, fold to 3-bet, C-bet, and fold to C-bet. This clown is 0 fold to C-bet, 0 fold to turn C-bet, 100% fold to river C-bet. Here's this idiot limping. 7 deuce spades sees a free flop. And we flop the joint. We do not want to give up a free card to another spade. are going to call this bet. We are not going to raise. Folding the jack tray. He's betting pot. No spade. And what was he betting? 8-7. He set us straight. The moron. And that made my day right there. Okay, I'm sitting out my next big blind, both tables. And when I get to my big blind at each table, I'm calling it quits on that table. Ace-10 offsuit in the small blind, Queen-9 offsuit on the button. Up 72 on table 1, down 14 on table 2. I'd say it's been a good day. Five deuce suited is going nowhere. 1913 is 3317. It's difference of one hand. I'm tentatively marking them yellow, but they could turn out to be loose. But that doesn't matter because we are business with the 7 deuce suited, flopping a flush and calling the bets that we were betting into. It was a situation where we were way ahead or way behind. We're way behind any bigger flush, and we're way ahead of most everything else except maybe two pair or a set. And so there's no need to raise in a way ahead, way behind situation. Just call down and collect the money when you're good and lose when you're bad. King-6 offsuit. It's going to be a fold. Queen-3 offsuit. Fold the king-deuce. This will be my last hand here. And we're folding it. So that's going to be it. I will be back on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time for my study stream. That's 1 p.m. Pacific time, 2000 hours UTC, Coordinated Universal Time. That's when I'm going to be working on some aspect of poker study of ranges like I've been buried in this week, or hand analyses, or reviews of running hands through analysis like Hold'em Resources Calculator for tournament hands, or some other aspect of poker study. On Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, that's Friday, early Friday morning, 0100 hours, Coordinated Universal Time, I will be playing my tournament stream on Ignition, including the weekly 2500 free roll. And Sunday at noon Pacific time, that's 1900 hours UTC, I will be doing a tournament grind on Black Chip Poker, a skin of the same site that is America's Card Room. Thank you for watching. I enjoy doing this. It's helpful to me, and I'm grateful that you're a part of it. Remember to hit the follow button if you like what you see, and be notified when I'm coming back. In the meanwhile, play well and run better.